Hello folks, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft ChaosVille. I'm your host Kieran Dave, who's got a lot to do. Last episode we got ambushed, and we also started working on a reactor. This episode, I haven't done a ton between episodes. In fact, the last one was very close, but did clean things up a little bit. I'm going to basically do a couple of, well, I want to have beacons in my new base. And I also am trying to do a time-lapse thing. Oh my god, these flowers! Oh, these flowers, you can't get rid of them. They're everywhere. I haven't found the last of them yet. I just gotta... They hide. It's nuts. Oh my... I spent like fully 45 minutes this morning cleaning up after these damn flowers. Like, look, they're like hiding in ditches and then they spread out of... Oh, it's the worst. I mean, it's great to have all the ink in the world, but... these flowers. I'm gonna have to talk to the mod author about this. Oh my god, there's more! There's no way to escape the flowers. Okay, well, anyways, I realized that I do need to step things up a bit. The game, I know that people think I move fast, but this is not particularly fast for me. Did I desync there? There we go. And I would like to move even faster. So what we're gonna do today is set up another temporary Thaumcraft thing. So that we can probably go and take on the Wither. There's a couple Thaumcraft tasks I want to do, and I thought maybe I'd show you one of what's bound to be the more interesting ones. In fact, I'm adding an extra pair of heads. I found that by adding the heads, I have sincerely and immediately improved the situation that I have. These heads cause these little guys to kind of glitch out on their pathfinding. Hey, little dude. So I'm not going to leave this one here, but just the extra heads should help, because what we're going to make, and astute eyes may have already noticed, is we're going to make an Osmotic Enchanter that lets us basically pay V to enchant whatever the heck we want. Now, the interesting thing about that is we get all the V we want from our LP. So basically I can just kind of chill out right here, right? Fill up my LP network, and then turn this into arbitrary enchants. Oh, and that reminds me, speaking of arbitrary enchants, check out my sweet gear. I have runic goggles, runic chest piece, runic leg piece. These are, they're middle-of-the-road complex builds in Thaumcraft now. Specifically, they involve basically taking these primal charms and enchanting them with a fair amount of Tutomen, which is probably the hardest thing to get out of the bunch. I used Invar sickles, by the way. Invar sickles, really, really good for Tutomen, at least that I could find in this mod pack. But yeah, you can see a bunch of stuff. These things are cool because they stop damage before it even gets to you. So like, what's an example? How could I show you this? Well, I mean, it's pretty cool effect too. It's like, it looks like, well here, I have just the thing. So let's go over here. And this thing normally, it damages you if you stand on it. I guess I have to get a little bit of water in it. How about this? I'm going to voluntarily burn myself just to show you quite how cool this is. And so watch what happens here. First of all, note that we're in pretty good shape in terms of life. And let's just break this so that we do have somewhere to run in the event of a real catastrophe. But you can see that it's not actually affecting me. Instead, it's affecting my armor. My armor is frantically, and this armor is energized. And so this armor is basically holding me against all damage. The different enchantments do different things. I don't have anything for my boots yet, but I also get the Boots of the Traveler effect. It's not quite as good in terms of mobility as my Darkcraft. You can see I don't have the crazy hops that I used to. Oh my god, there's more! Where have these things been hiding? Okay. Anyways, we've given up a little bit of mobility, but we've also got, in exchange, just a huge amount more durability, and it's not stuff that anyone with armor penetrating can avoid. Someone with a rapier couldn't run up and poke us, right, and get through our armor. It's outside of armor. Similarly, I have some of these heart canisters I got in a really cool dungeon, so I even have a little bit more life than you might expect. But yeah, anyways, we want to be able to enchant other stuff arbitrarily. So we're going to work on making this Osmotic Enchanter, not to get distracted. Now we put down new heads, and basically what I have to do is kind of hop up here and watch and see if things go wrong. Now, just to check the requirements, you should always, for a dangerous level enchant, you should always look at the requirements. We have the obsidian tiles. We have 5 of them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then we also have 20 Alienis, 10 Cogito, Potentia, Precanto, and Vacuos. Let's make sure we have 10. Oh, you see, we only have 14 Vacuos. I'll make some chests really fast, but it looks like we have the Precantio we need. All right, so once again, to double check, we've got enough, in fact, an excess of the Vacuos. And so let's just make sure 20 Alienus, 10 Cogito. We've got 20 Cogito, so twice as much, and the Alienus there, 28. All right, so we're good on that. We have tons of Potentia, enough Percantio. All right, this, you generally want to have more stuff, so you'll notice that I have extras of basically everything in this transmutation. I got all these obsidian tiles by finding way off to the east, which I was there for no reason at all. I found a couple of Thaumcraft dungeons open to the sky. It's those weird kind of obsidian-looking things. They have tons and tons of obsidian tiles, which is where I got all this stuff from. They also have the totem blocks you need for the final multi-block, which we'll get to in a sec, assuming all goes well here. Now, I only have one Spellbinding Cloth, and I don't have a ton extra Alienus, but I have extra of everything. So hopefully this will go smoothly. Away we go. All right. Now, this is a dangerous level flux, so we're going to have to watch pretty carefully. The most dangerous part of this step is basically when it's filling in here. This is when you're most likely to get flux. And also, one of the reasons that I got this armor is that it lets me survive flux because I'm stuck in... something popped off. Okay, that is that. Okay, gotta keep an eye out. Ow. How are we doing? This is a dangerous level flux. So far, it hasn't been too bad. We just got to really keep our eye out for any sort of problems that could appear. All right, we're on to taking up the Alienus now. So far, this has been pretty good. I think that my altar, with the crystal clusters I made underneath it, has been pretty stable, which is fantastic. I'm pretty happy about getting that solved. And basically, it was just the heads, just having some of these heads. And in fact, after this, we're going to do one more infusion, which is the heads that we're going to need to get a lot more heads if we want to do some of the most difficult infusions. And I have a pretty fun idea for how we're going to do that. Uh-oh, did this... something pop off here? No, it's being taken in. Okay, we're good. All right, we're sucking things up. And did we do it? Oh, we did it. All right. Okay. This is just fantastic news. So let's pull this off. This is our Osmotic Enchanter. Now, where am I going to set this up? Been too long building since we are going to start moving up to the tower soon, but I did just want to have a nice room that at least kept things safe and, you know, sort of showed off things. So I repurposed this space that lying in Bedmon sort of tore apart earlier. So I think all I have to do now is go like basically like this. 1, 2, and then 3. Oh, nope. I just have to lay out 4 of these pillars. Which unfortunately could be a little difficult because there we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Because we basically have the overpowered tool that just tears through everything. But yeah, so all we have to do is lay out these blocks. And then we have to put a little bit of Nitor on top of them. Now, that isn't too big an ask, but it is worth noting that the placement of these doesn't really matter at all for the purposes of the power of things. Nope, that's not what we wanted. Actually, we could just go like this, huh? Up, and then one right there, one right there, and then one right there, right? Yes, okay. We've got the pillars, and now we can go ahead and put down the Osmotic Enchanter. Now, those, by the way, are obsidian totems, which are similar to the things you'll find us lying all around. And this thing can look within 4 pillars. All right, so let's go ahead and toss in our wand. Now, one of the first things that we'd like to enchant... Oh, wow, look at that. Holy smokes. We can't enchant any of this. But if we go ahead and pull out our tools, we have a whole bunch of things, including this bound blade. We'd like to give this bound blade a whole lot of power. So you can see we could do all sorts of things. Sharpness, knockback, bane of arthropods, looting, fire aspect, vampirism, smite. Oh, this could be really cool. But we definitely want sharpness. So let's go ahead and then we want to make that, I guess we'll start enchanting. Why don't we also give it vampirism? That sounds awesome, right? Let's give it a level 2 vampirism, and of course we'd like a level 3 looting. We don't really want any knockback, and I don't think we can get smite on it. So now let's start enchanting. Is it not working for some reason? Let me check the book. Oh, my bad, folks. I didn't read carefully. I thought it said 4, for some reason, but it actually is 6. So now we can hit start, and there we go. This will extract a huge amount of stuff out of the wand. So we opted for Sharpness 3, Looting 3, Vampirism 2, which Vampirism is a special one of these unique enchantments that we can get. Basically, it allows us to drain life. So we're making a pretty powerful bound weapon here. And we can do all sorts of things. We can basically do anything we want from this. Wow. Wow. So I'm actually going to have to, can I pull the wand? I don't lose the progress, right? And now I just hold it and watch my LP go down. It's like this. Oh boy, yeah, we just completely lose our LP to this wand. That's okay though. That's okay. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is that we get the awesome weapons, and we are a LP battery, so as long as we keep eating and just being a little bit patient, we'll actually get whatever enchantments we want. Now, I'm also probably going to take the time off camera to enchant a couple other things, including I'd really like to get Repair on my Pickaxe of the Core and maybe some Fortune. Probably get some Fortune on this guy. The Bow of Bone, I think actually because of the stuff we're about to do, I'd like to add some enchantments there. Sadly, our Energy Blaster doesn't accept enchantments or do anything with them. But this basically lets us build things the way we build the Darkcraft enchantments, right? Now we can build enchantments to order, and it's no problem. And man, this is slow. How much do we need left? Need 105, so we need 15 more. Well, folks, I am going to just basically let this finish and just, you know, kind of keep munching on food and waiting, because we do have everything we need. And this is a pretty powerful device. So I'm definitely going to try and maybe keep it secret, have it so you can only teleport down here. Maybe I'll make one of these travel anchors while I'm waiting for my wand to recharge. But before that, folks, let's just test this sucker out, because this is one heck of a sword now. Look at that. Sharpness 3, Vampirism 2, Looting 3. This thing is just going to rip through anything out there. Although it is worth noting that we can't do some of the cool tricks like get Repair on things that don't need repair. There's all sorts of cool stuff that we can do. All we have to do now is just find an enemy. And I'll tell you the reason that I want this, folks. I want to fight... You know what I should do? You know, I should do, look, by the way, look at the insane range on this thing. Does use a lot of power, but, you know, whatever. What I should do, though, is I should head over to my little mob spawning room that I don't use very often with the extra altar and see if maybe I could use that, because that seems to me like a pretty good place to go get enemies, and rather than running around outside hoping. I know that they will spawn down here and try and give me a bad day. And let's just make sure that we're full on food so that we don't get accidentally killed, although our armor will do a pretty good job of that. Oh, hey, guys. Oh. Oh, wow. This thing hits like a train. Anyone want to come down? Oh. Yeah. And our armor recharges so fast with that energized enchant. And we even get... note, I'm going to let them... Well, note how quickly we regain stuff there. It's just... This is crazy. Oh, boom. That's such a cool effect, isn't it? Boom. Boom. And look, my armor is regenerating so fast that he effectively can't kill me. Look at this. I'm actually keeping up with multiple monsters. So let's just go ahead and take care of these. But we're actually keeping up with multiple monsters wailing on us because this armor has been so enchanted and improved. You know what, little guy? And then even if they were to break through our armor, right? One of a variety of things they could do is break through our armor. But even if they did that, it wouldn't matter because look. I've got this intense vampirism thing that just quickly heals me back to full health. What an amazing setup this is. This sword is good. Yeah, so let me get the next infusion target set up, and you know, we'll keep recharging. And oh boy, look at my inventory. Let me do a little bit of inventory management, and then we'll see what we can do about the next goal, which is to get enough wither skeletons heads so that I can fight the wither. All right, folks, the next thing we're going to put together on the infusion altar is we're going to put together an Axe of the Skull Taker. This is sort of like a Tinker's Construct cleaver, but a little bit more fun and more enchantable, because I want to get a high degree of looting on it, but don't necessarily want to wait all day on getting the lapis that I need, which actually is fairly rare in the ChaosVille world generation. So we're just going to go ahead and use one of these wither skeletons we got from defeating the Envoy of the Witch, these wither skulls, I should say, to go ahead and put this together. It's a pretty easy recipe, except for the fact that you need some wrath shards that only drop from zombie pigmen. Other than that, it is pretty cool looking, you gotta admit. Look at this thing. Hwacha, right? Axe of the Skull Taker. Not particularly strong, but we're going to make it stronger. So let me go ahead and I'm actually, boy, I enchanted 2 things, and you can see that already I'm well below 500,000 LP. So this is definitely a stress on my network. I can sustain it, but only if I AFK a lot in between. I don't necessarily want to do that. So what I'm going to do is go fill up my wand to enchant this guy, and we're going to put some good looting and maybe a little bit of sharpness, but we really don't need a ton on it. And then we'll go and do the next step of what we're going to do to get ready to collect a lot of wither skulls. All right, folks, I'm just finishing charging up my infusion. You might be wondering why I'm charging my infusion. I guess I should tell you as we go to the site for our next project. Well, I have been using my air sigil to sort of get around, and then a hang glider. Lots of people do this in different ways. This is just the way I've sort of chosen to do it. But one thing is my earth infusion, I decided to keep it after all, because look at this awesome thing that it does. If I fall onto any sort of dirt, I silk touch the dirt upon landing and take no fall damage. Now, my armor does in fact prevent against fall damage, but it means that I can sort of like fall in, boom, and do a bunch of stuff, and it's cool. What we're going to do here is something that I haven't done on camera for actually a pretty long time. Let's go ahead and put this here, and no external sources, seems good. What we're going to do is we're actually going to create a an unlocked division sigil. Right now this is, or I guess active, is what they might say. What we're doing is going through basically a ritual. Now I apologize, it's a little dark, but unfortunately I can't have it be lit whatsoever. So let's just go ahead and escalate this timetable a little bit. So now it will be midnight very soon. So we just need to wait until midnight, and then I'm going to take this wolf out, and I'm going to sacrifice him with my bound blade, and that will cause this entire area to become tainted with cursed earth. Now you might say, hey, how do you know how to do that? If you sneak, shift right click, we'll say we have a redstone circle, altar hand circle are placed on dirt, altar can see the moon, altar has sufficient natural earth around it, altar is in darkness. Now, as the moon comes up, I need to wait for it to be basically directly overhead. Things are going to happen really fast, so I may not be able to talk all that much. Oh, and by the way, smite, looting, and repair too. So that's going to probably get us lots of skulls if we aim it at wither skeletons, I hope. But I have a wolf here and a golden lasso. Now, what's going to happen then is I'm immediately going to start switching to my force shovel, and I'm going to dig as fast as I can to dig that stuff up. The cursed earth is going to come out. The cursed earth is going to basically just spawn a ton of enemies. Now, it doesn't matter how much of it we get, so long as we get at least one. Everything else is just time. Cursed earth is sort of like, well, it's sort of like grass in that it grows, except it's cursed. It lights on fire in the light, even non-sunlight, just bright light. So we do need to be a little bit careful, but as long as we get this done before nightfall, we should be good. Give me just 1 second to, you know, pass the time, because too early. Sacrifice must be made at midnight. Oh, and by the way, make sure, last time I had a problem, I did this. I had a sword that lit things on fire. It was fiery aspect. And that's pretty cool, right? Except that things that are on fire emit light. They cause light, which means that my ritual failed the first time I did it. This time it should be pretty straightforward. And this ritual is not quite as awesome as the ones we did upstairs over there, but still should be sufficient for some pretty good entertainment. And we'll need that cursed earth for the next stage of our build. All right, folks, here we go. Activate, release. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so now we just got to start picking this stuff up. Actually, Creeper, if you would go, that would probably be pretty helpful for me.
User left your channel.
So now, as you can see, things are pretty much out of control here. Fortunately, we have fairly strong armor, but we just need to get a little bit more of this stuff. And as you can see, it grows fast. So we just need to, before things get, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Spider, get off of me. The problem is this lag. Ugh. Okay, folks, as you can see, unfortunately for me, I died before I could collect a bunch of stuff, but I think I got enough that it should be sufficient for my purposes. Because the reality is we can just grow more pretty much at will. So all I have to do is just run over here to my death point and collect my stuff. And you can see a peck over there just going completely nuts. We can still probably grab a few of the things that we lost around here. Let's see, there's my gravestone. All I have to do is just run over there and get that. And if I hurry, I can probably grab a few more pieces of cursed earth before they go. Yeah, we definitely got enough here to do some work. because you can put it out while it's still burning, and until it actually burns, it's still technically cursed earth. So even in the daylight part of it, like here, you can still get a lot of it. And also, it's a little bit safer to do this way because it can't spawn. I lost a fair number of levels there because I was being a little bit... Well, I'm still kind of learning the limits of my armor, and I definitely took a pretty absurd sum of punishment with what I was doing there, but evidently it wasn't enough. Oh, wow, look, a bunch of it's hiding down here amidst all the creeper holes. But yeah, it lights on fire, and that causes more stuff nearby to fail. And as you can see, we've almost collected all of it. Not much of it is left, but enough of it is left to be definitely worth gathering. Folks, I'm going to finish gathering this cursed earth, and then we're going to go on a little bit of a trip to the nether, to our old, the place that we liked so much, the fortress that contained the New World Gem where I found that vulcanite. That's where we'll go once I collect this stuff. Okay, folks, I'm just sailing on here down through the nether. I hope that this is the right way. Yeah, I think this is the right way. Aha. It is the right way. All right, we just need to find our way in here. Probably just right across over this way. There we are. This is the nether fortress that I found. And, you know, you gotta be a little bit careful here because, of course... Oh, no, I'm on fire! Oh, no, I actually don't need to be careful at all. Pretty good situation for me with this fire resistance that I got. So here I am, and I brought a bunch of stuff which I'm going to use to sort of... I think this will work. I actually, honestly, don't know if what I'm about to do is a dumb idea. Maybe you guys are just sitting there listening to my plan here and just being like, oh my god, Dave, you're so retarded! I don't think I'm retarded. I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm, well, politically incorrectly saying retarded. I'm sorry about that. But I do think that this will work if I set it up right. So what I need to do is find a good place, like let's say right here. I have step assist. So all I have to do is basically just set up a safety zone right here. I need one block like so, and then we'll just set it up like this. I'm pretty sure they can't chase me up here as a result of this, so let's just go like that just to be sure. Oop, wrong. And what we're going to try and do is use Cursed Earth to provoke the spawn of Wither Skeletons. And then we're going to use our Repair, Looting, Beheading Axe, which I've actually talked to the creator of, and they say it's actually pretty good, although it's not as good as the very best thing Tinker's Construct can do, but I've done the very best thing Tinker's Construct can do, and that's boring, so I'm not going to do that. Because you've seen it, I've seen it, and it wouldn't be fun. And this is such a ridiculous idea. Let's just put it on hold for a sec here. So by the way, these are obsidian pressure plates. They only react to a player, so I should be able to retreat here pretty easily. I don't think the Wither Skeletons can follow me in here. So now I just have a little hidey hole I can retreat to. I have a whole bunch of these regen potions. So now what I need to do is I need to pull out my wand here. And we'll give it the equivalent trade focus, the equal trade focus, if I can get it to work. Had to restart my Minecraft there, a little bit of a command bug. One of the many upshots of being a Mac user, am I right? Okay, so we got a little bit of these. Might not even be a bad idea to grab some of these. And now we've got our equal trade focus, and this is probably going to get out of control real fast, but all right. Let's see what happens. Oh, yes, it does cause them to spawn. Cool. So now we just have to be a little bit careful and patient. And I've already got 2 Wither Skeleton skulls. Okay. Well, this is going well. Just make sure we've got food. Hey, Pigman. Thank you. This sword is great. Okay, folks, well, check this out. I had a few deaths, mostly due to lag. Fortunately, I planned ahead, and I had a couple ways back to the location, but look at this, 52 Wither Skeletons. I got 16 Wrath Shards, a bunch of Envy Shards. Look at this number of weak, almost 2 stacks of weak blood shards, and 54 necrotic bones.
From your channel.
I should turn off TeamSpeak, huh? Necrotic Bones are awesome because they give you these heart canisters, which you really only need to do, you just need to use some diamonds. Yeah, just some diamonds. So we may actually, you know what I should do is I should do those and increase the size of my life bar. I'll do that off camera. But now we have just a freaking ton of these amazing wither skeletons. Now we can call the wither a whole bunch. What's also interesting about that is that, oh boy, my frame rate's taking a hit right now. Not sure what's up with that. We've been actually having some real performance issues with the server. I only had to use, well, I should say I only had the opportunity to use my, the regeneration potion once. Oh, this frame rate. Hold on a second, folks. I'm going to see if I can fix this frame rate. Anyways, folks, it's very clear to me that this sword is just monstrously powerful. This axe is not so powerful because you can still lose life, but this sword, just the fact that it hits for just so much damage, 15, 16 against even wither skeletons that ignore sharpness, and that it has just such incredible vampirism on it. It's fantastic. Anyways, I think that we'll probably, the next episode, I'm going to fight the wither. And I think I'm going to try time-lapsing, getting some stuff done there, because I have been mining a bunch off camera. That's been the majority of my time. Let's hop over here, and you can see I have got a crystal chest, and look at all this gold. I've been spending tons of time at the gold level. I don't like hand mining this much, but the results speak for themselves. Between ore tripling and all these other things, we are definitely ready to start doing some pretty impressive stuff. And I'm very excited about the idea of getting up to the next level. So next episode, please join me because we're going to fight the wither and probably fight him. I'll probably only fight him once on camera and several times off camera. And once we have, I think I need 5 or 6, maybe a good dozen nether stars later, we will at least 10, I'm for sure. We will then proceed to transmute the base into fantasy bricks and probably work on extending the power system. I also amenable to working on whatever you'd like me to work on, really. This episode was more about just getting ready. I realize I need nether stars for a lot of stuff. In particular, I need warding focuses so I can do the wall. And I need them for just a bunch. I want portals in this base for the technological feel. I just realized I've been holding off on fighting the wither. Everybody gets so afraid of fighting the wither, and I'm not afraid of fighting the wither. He's going to be a pushover compared to some of the bosses I've fought. But if you do want me to see me work on other stuff, let me know. If you want me to stop working on tech entirely and really push for Kami armor, I can probably get that done pretty fast. Please leave a comment. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this, a dislike if you didn't. Subscribes are always nice, but just you watching is really the thing that I care about. I've also been very curious about monetizing my channel, so you may have noticed ads. I know these are a little bit annoying, and I haven't really decided if I'm going to keep them or not. Folks may not know, but I am going to be a father soon. My wife is pregnant, and she's in her 2nd trimester. And I'm always looking for little ways that I can make extra money. It's not like I'm hard up or don't have a job. But, you know, having a kid and living where I live, which is San Francisco, that is difficult. So sorry if I see that. I'm not really making enough money that I think it's worth my while. So I'm probably going to turn them off. But if they're not annoying too many people, I'll leave them on because, hey, at least that means I get to still drink coffee instead of saving up for my child's education, which I gotta tell you is pretty important to me. And since I can't seem to fix this frame rate problem, I'll see you probably after we do a major mod pack update, which if it goes well, will be the next ChaosVille update as well. Got a bunch of new mods and other stuff. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and I really look forward to hearing from you in the comments.